So in the game, you got your regular accounts. Those are the people who can just play. They can trade with any other person that plays the game. They can trade items, they can trade money, they can do anything like that. Then there's the next step, which is they're a little more elite. They're called Ironmen. You can't trade with anybody. So you're kind of like playing the game solo. You can't depend on other people to get things for you, pretty much. And then a step above that is Hardcore Ironman, which is the same thing as Iron Man, but you got one life. The most elite tier, which is what I'm part of, sadly, is the Ultimate Ironman. My name is Eric, and I've been playing old school RuneScape for the past probably 3, almost 4 years now. I skateboard, work at a bowling alley. I had a friend named Alex who started playing it, and he's been playing it his entire life. It was about sophomore year in high school. I saw him playing it when I was over at his house, and I was like, man, that looks pretty cool. So I went home that night, and I downloaded the wrong version. I downloaded the new version. He told me that I was stupid for downloading the new version. So yeah, I downloaded old school, and I've been playing ever since, pretty much. The most elite tier is the Ultimate Ironman, which is just like the Ironman. You can't trade with any players. You're playing the game solo. You can't use any banks, so you have limited space to store your items. Your inventory is only like 28 spaces, and like a bank has 800. So 800, 28, there's a huge difference. And like there's ways around it in the game to like store more items, but that's part of the fun of it, is finding new ways to, store more items. I get personal enjoyment out of it, and a sense of fulfillment for what I do in the game. From an outside perspective, probably not productive. Probably one of the least productive things you could be doing. So I played my regular account for about a year, and after a while, I found that the game started to get a little boring. A lot of the fun stuff that you can do, you have to be higher level, and to be higher level, it takes hundreds of hours of playing, and I didn't feel like I could put that much in to something at that time. And then I made an Ultimate Ironman account because let's try something new. And then I've been playing that for 3 years now, and I've sunk way more than 100 hours into it, and I'm just getting to the fun part of the game, the most fun part of the game, the late stages.
How many hours do you think you've put into this account?
I mean, I can check for you. You can go up to this guy, Hans here. You can tell your age. He'll tell you how many hours you played. I've spent a total of 66 days, 8 hours, and 27 minutes. So it's almost 1,600 hours of gameplay.
Wow.
Over the course of 717 days. And I can definitely say that this game it does have sort of an addictive level to it. Because if you're a new player, you get into the game, it's very off-putting because of how complicated it is. This game started back in 1998, and it's been going on and evolving from 1998 until now. I think that's really what's addicting about it, is there's always something new that you can find. There's always a new thing that you're not going to know of, and then once you find it, it's like, oh, that makes the game a little bit easier, and it's like, that's kind of cool. Usually when I'm playing, I'm doing homework, and the game is playing itself. You won't even have to look at the screen, so I can go along doing my homework. The highest level your skills can go is 99, and getting 99 in a skill is a big achievement because it takes a lot of time. As you go up in the levels, it takes longer and longer to get to the next level. Because you'd think 1 to 99 halfway point, right around 50. The halfway point for XP wise is level 92. That is when you're halfway to 99, is when you're at level 92. For an Ultimate Ironman, that takes thousands and thousands of hours, and I do not have that time. Right now, the highest level I have is 97. I'm about halfway to 98, and I've been working on that for the entire time that I've had my account.
Have you spent any of your real-life money on RuneScape?
Oh yeah. You can play it for free, but I think the membership fee is about $10 a month right now. It makes the game better when you pay for it. It sucks to say, but it makes it better. It's more fun when you play the members version. Keep going. A lot of people play and they stop after a week because it is a hard game. It's hard to get into. It's hard to keep going with what you're doing, but once you get past the initial hump, things get exponentially easier and more fun. All the people that you'll see in here that are playing, they know that this game takes time and it's pretty hard, and it's good to share that with someone. You'll be in game like, oh, you get that drop yet? It's like, nope, I've killed 5,000 of these things and still haven't gotten it yet. And it's like, oh man, I've killed 7,000 and haven't gotten it. You give yourself a little virtual high five with them, and it's like, keep on trucking, buddy. Right now, the conversion rate is about 1 million gold in the game is worth about $1.30 in US dollars. And in Venezuela right now, their economy is not doing too great. RuneScape Gold is worth infinitely more than their currency. People say, oh, it's just speculating. That's not really happening. Like, you see it in game. So it is extremely plausible for people to be playing RuneScape and selling the gold on different websites for money because you can afford an apartment by playing RuneScape for 8 hours a day. You know, I don't mind. I'll talk to people occasionally. I've talked to people who are from Venezuela in game. They're just trying to make a living, just like everyone else. And if this is the way they're doing it, then more power to them. I know you got an account, so like... I got some gaming to do. You're really messing up my XP rates here, buddy, by giving me this interview.
Alright, I'll just leave it to it.
Hey man, I'll see you in game, I guess.
Oh, I'll see you.